Welcoming an adopted dog into your home is an exciting time, but it's also a very big responsibility. Starting today, your actions will have a direct impact on your dog's personality and behavior. Hi, my name is Chris Taylor. Ensuring that families and dogs are happy together is something that all of us here at Animal Planet are passionate about. That's why we created this DVD for dog parents like yourself. So during this training series, we'll address the most common issues that dog parents encounter. Good habits formed through training can last a lifetime, so time invested now will pay off in the future. Now, no one understands the importance of adopting shelter dogs better than our sponsors. They've provided the financial support needed to bring this DVD to you. Our sponsors have also included some money-saving offers, so you can take advantage of their products and services. Now I'd like to introduce you to our trainers, Tracy Tice and Kellyanne Conway. Tracy has more than a decade of experience training shelter dogs and their adopters, and Kellyanne is a certified dog behavior consultant. Okay, let's get started with health and wellness. When you adopted your dog from the local shelter, they probably discussed the importance of routine health care to protect the health and happiness of your new pet. What you may not realize is that the key to good health is prevention. So let's go over to Tracy to learn more.
Thanks, Chris. Taking your dog to the veterinarian for regular checkups is an important step you can take to protect him from many health issues throughout his lifetime. Having your dog checked when he's healthy will help ensure a long and happy life together. The first step for new dog owners is to select a veterinarian. There are many resources available to assist you in choosing the veterinarian who's right for you. These include the shelter from which you adopted your dog, friends, neighbors, and family members. Our sponsor, Bayer Animal Health, has developed a web-based tool to help you locate a veterinarian in your area. Simply go to petparents.com and select the Find a Vet option. You'll then be able to view a list of veterinarians in your area. Now that you've chosen a veterinarian, you'll need to call and make your first appointment. Be sure to let them know if you're a new client and advise them that you've adopted a dog from your local shelter. Most offices will ask you to bring a few things to the initial veterinarian visit, so be sure you discuss these with the person who schedules your appointment. Your first visit is an exciting time, since it's the first step in providing a lifetime of care for your new dog. Let's talk a little about the key elements of this visit. Your dog will receive a thorough physical exam to assess his current health. Your veterinarian will also review any health information you have from the shelter in order to fully assess your dog's overall health. In addition to the initial physical exam, your veterinarian will likely talk with you about the next steps to responsible pet ownership, including permanent ID with a microchip. These also include establishing a vaccination and deworming schedule, discussing nutritional requirements, planning dental exams, and spaying and neutering. Finally, your veterinarian will likely do a few tests and/or prescribe some preventative measures to make sure your dog is ready for his new home environment. These can include an initial fecal exam, an initial heartworm test, an initial deworming treatment, recommendation of a topical flea tick product, and a prescription for a heartworm preventative. Now, let's briefly discuss each of these topics so you'll know what to expect at your first visit, and we'll be ready to discuss them in more detail with your veterinarian. Let's start with internal parasite control. Your veterinarian may prescribe a simple deworming regimen during your first visit. Your veterinarian may also conduct a fecal examination to determine if your dog is infected with intestinal parasites. He or she will possibly recommend a flea or flea tick product to help protect your dog from external parasites. One of the most important things you can do for the well-being of your dog is to control fleas. Flea bites cause scratching and make your dog uncomfortable. Even if your dog spends most of his time indoors, fleas can still infest your dog when he goes outside for just a short time or when he comes in contact with other infested pets. Aside from creating a great deal of discomfort for your dog, fleas can also cause flea allergy dermatitis and can transmit tapeworms. That's why it's important to ask your veterinarian for a convenient flea control that kills fleas fast. Advantage Topical Solution, made by our sponsor, Bayer Animal Health, stops biting fleas in 3 to 5 minutes and kills 98 to 100% of fleas in just 12 hours. This is why we recommend Advantage. While flea control is critical, you may need to control ticks too. Your choice of tick control will depend upon your pet's lifestyle and where you live. If your dog spends a fair amount of time outdoors, you'll need tick control. Ticks pose serious health risks to people and pets. That's because they can transmit organisms that can cause diseases, such as Lyme disease. So if your pet spends time outdoors, be sure to talk to your veterinarian about a product that repels and kills ticks. Bayer Animal Health makes K9 Advantix, a topical product that repels and kills ticks, fleas, and mosquitoes, while repelling biting flies and killing lice. We recommend K9 Advantix as the 5-way topical pest protection that protects your dog from the organisms that may transmit disease. Use it monthly, year-round to help protect your pet. Finally, your veterinarian may recommend a heartworm preventive for your dog. Heartworm disease is life-threatening and is transmitted by bites from infected mosquitoes. Though treatment is costly, it's easily prevented. So be sure to ask your veterinarian about using an effective and convenient way to protect your pet from heartworm disease. Bayer Animal Health also makes Advantage Multi for Dogs topical solution, a topical product that prevents heartworm disease, kills adult fleas, and treats and controls whipworms, hookworms, and roundworms in one convenient monthly topical application. Federal law restricts this drug to use by or on the order of a licensed veterinarian. Warnings, precautions, and contraindications for the use of this product are provided in detail in the safety segment of this video. We recommend Advantage Multi for Dogs, a topical heartworm prevention product with the proven flea performance of Advantage and intestinal parasite control. Use it monthly, year-round to help protect your dog. Specific parasite control recommendations vary based upon your dog's lifestyle and the area in which you live. So be sure to talk with your veterinarian about the most appropriate parasite protection for your dog.
As a responsible pet owner, your dog is relying on you to keep him happy and healthy. Our dogs aren't able to tell us when they don't feel well, so it's important to keep an eye out for changes in their appearance or behavior, as well as take them for regular veterinary visits. Remember, prevention is the key to good health. Now that you know what to expect from your first visit to the veterinarian, you can see why it's so important to protect your dog against ticks, fleas, mosquitoes, biting flies, and lice. Even if your dog stays indoors, fleas can still infest your dog by hitching a ride on other pets visiting your home. Advantage Topical Solution gives your dog a month of flea control. It stops biting fleas in just 3 to 5 minutes and kills 98 to 100% of fleas within 12 hours. If you take your dog for walks, or if he spends a lot of time outside, K9 Advantix may be the right product for you to protect against ticks, fleas, mosquitoes, biting flies, and lice. These parasites can transmit organisms that can cause harmful diseases such as Lyme disease. K9 Advantix contains the same proven active ingredient in Advantage to help protect your dog from fleas and lice, and is combined with an additional active ingredient for added protection against ticks, mosquitoes, and biting flies. K9 Advantix is the only topical formulation that repels and kills fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes while repelling biting flies and killing lice. K9 Advantix is gentle enough to use on puppies as young as 7 weeks of age. Applying Advantage or K9 Advantix is easy. While your dog is standing, simply part the hair on your dog's back between the shoulder blades until the skin is visible. Place the tip of the tube on your dog's skin and squeeze it until you expel the entire contents directly on the skin. For dogs over 20 pounds, apply over 3 to 4 spots on the top of the back from the shoulder to the base of the tail. See the package insert for details. Once you apply this topical solution, your dog will be protected from pests for a month, and you'll have peace of mind. So to control fleas all month long, we recommend that you use Advantage. Or for month-long protection against fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes, biting flies, and lice, use the product that repels and kills, K9 Advantix. Remember, K9 Advantix is for use on dogs only. Be sure to use the coupon offer inside your DVD and ask your veterinarian for Advantage or K9 Advantix. Using a crate is the best way to set your dog up for successful behavior. Having a doggy-safe area, such as a crate, will provide your dog with his own personal space and is essential to many aspects of your training. Your dog's crate will be used just like a playpen for a baby, during times when you can't supervise him or when you just need a break. You've probably noticed that dogs often like hideaway places, like under a coffee table or maybe a space in the corner of a room. That's because they're den animals by nature. So when they're properly introduced, dogs usually love their crates. Crate training will offer many benefits for you as well. For example, when your dog is in his crate, you won't have to worry about him chewing on your furniture, shoes, or other valuable items. You also won't have any worries about him going to the bathroom in the house while you're gone. And it's a great place for your dog to hang out when you have company over. Now let's go over to Tracy to get you started on crate training.
Thanks, Chris. Your goal in crate training is to teach your dog to love his crate. You're going to do this by slowly introducing him to his crate using lots of rewards. Crates are typically available in plastic or metal, and you can buy them at most pet supply stores. But more important than the type of crate is to be sure that you get the right size crate. Here's why. Dogs have a natural instinct to keep their den clean. If you give your dog a crate that's too big, he'll have enough room to create a bathroom area away from his sleeping area. And if it's too small, he'll be uncomfortable. So, when choosing a crate, make sure it's just big enough for your dog to stand up, turn around, and lie down. Now, if you have a puppy that's going to grow considerably, you can go ahead and buy a larger crate for him to grow into. But for now, you'll need to block off a section of the interior with a divider panel or something like a cooler, which can be weighted down if necessary. Let's get your dog used to seeing his crate in your home. Place the crate in an area where your family spends time together. Having you nearby will prevent your dog from feeling isolated or punished while he's in his crate. To prevent accidents during the initial training phase, it's a good idea to hold off on placing bedding and soft toys in the crate. Because these items are absorbent and can easily be kicked off to the side, they often encourage dogs to potty in their crates. Also, if chewed up, they can be a potential choking hazard. After you feel your dog is reliably house-trained, you can then add some bedding. Now let's talk about how to make your dog's crate a comfortable and rewarding place for him to be. To get your dog acquainted with the crate, place a few treats inside for him to retrieve. If he hesitates, place a few just inside the crate door to encourage him to come closer. The moment he enters the crate, praise him and immediately reward him with another treat. Gradually toss the treats a little further back into the crate to get your dog used to entering and exiting. But you're not going to close the door yet. Right now, you just want him to get used to going in and out. Every time he walks in, use a word like bedtime. Soon, your dog will understand what the word means, and when he hears it, he'll go in all on his own. Once your dog seems comfortable walking in and out of the crate without hesitation, go ahead and start closing the door behind him. But you're only going to keep it closed for a few seconds, and be sure to give him lots of praise while he's inside. Now, if your dog starts to bark or whine when the door's closed, don't let him out or give him any attention until he's quiet. And remember when he's being quiet to tell him he's a good boy. Slowly build up the time with the door shut until you can count to 10 while your dog's being quiet in the crate. Once you've reached this point, take a few steps away. If he's being quiet, tell him he's a good boy. Go back to the crate and reward him. Continue practicing with treats and toys while gradually increasing his time spent in the crate with the door closed. Remember, practice makes perfect. It's this process of your dog being rewarded over and over again for going in and spending time in his crate that will teach him it's a great place to be.
Okay, great. Now let's quickly review the key steps that Tracy covered on how to get your dog to love his crate. First, find the right sized crate for your dog and then place it in a common area of your home. Next, make it fun when introducing your dog to his new crate by tossing in his favorite toys or treats for him to retrieve. Then, slowly build up the time he spends in the crate with the door closed, starting with 2 to 3 minute intervals and building up to several hours. And finally, always strive to make his den a rewarding place to be. Now, let's check in with Kellyanne.